5 lights go out here in Monza. You know what's coming next. He'll come away as the champion here at Monza. Lights out, and away we go. And Rockstar gets off the line cleanly, but Infinite Glory's got an even better start from second. And there's Jay Hamster who's alongside in third. Can he outbrake them into turn 1? Infinite Glory takes the lead. Jay Hamster nearly got it, and Jay Hamster may have the better line. He leads. Jay Hamster leads the Italian Grand Prix. There's Infinite Glory dropping to second. Rockstar down to third. It's Pimis, Alphas Nino, P Crazy making up places. There's Liverpool fan, Andy Meister, Warrior Huntsman, and Wrestlesticks running out the top 10. Coming into the Della Roggia chicane for the first time. And we've got drivers hopping over the curves. A bit of debris from one of the Ferraris. I think that was Alphas Nino who's lost debris and places. Pimis 1 has got ahead of Rockstar. So the top 3 drivers in the drivers' standings, or the championship contenders I should say, are in the top 3 positions on the road. But Jay Hamster got the start he needed to lead on the first lap. There's Infinite Glory and Pimis 1. There's Rockstar, Liverpool fan, and we've got P Crazy under pressure from the house of Andy Meister, who should get past him here, and he does. Forces P Crazy out wide, and it's Alphas Nino who's got damage to his front wing. He may need to come into the pits. Going on further behind, let's have a look. Nothing too much else there, so we'll go back to the battle for the lead, because this is the most important part of the race now. Smalley all over the back of Dixon. Dixon takes to the grass. That's going to cost him some speed down the start finish straight. Can Smalley use the DRS to his advantage and get the move done into turn 1? Goes to the inside. The 2 almost made contact wheel to wheel. Has Smalley done it? No, he can't. Oh, he nearly lost it. Went into the barrier almost. But he kept the car on side through turn 3 and turn 4. This is great racing here in Zandvoort. Smalley not giving Hinner. Gets good drive out of turn 4. Now, can they go through turn 5 and 6 side by side? No, Smalley wisely tucks back in behind Dixon. That was very, very aggressive driving there for Dixon. He never gave in. He never really wanted to give in there. And Smalley had to concede the position and tuck back behind him again. But all of his battling is allowing Leslie to close in on these two. So Smalley. Oh, Dixon spins. Oh, there's contact. Smalley breaks his front wing. Oh, that's terrible luck there for Dixon and for Smalley. And it's good news for Lezard, because all of that is going to see the AlphaTauri driver take the lead very shortly. Now, whether it's on the start finish straight or in a few laps' time, Lezard is going to take the lead. That's such a shame. We didn't want it to end as it did. But Smalley is surely going to have to concede the lead here and come into the pits to get a new front wing fitted on. But Lezard is going to go to the inside up with DRS, gets the job done before the corner, and first place goes back to the AlphaTauri. And Radicon, with 3 seconds worth of time penalty to his name, is on the tail of Denmark, who doesn't have DRS. Radicon does. He's round the outside, is Radicon, into turn 3. And round the outside, that's a clean manoeuvre there from Radicon, who gets past. And Denmark spins coming out of turn 3, and that's his race compromised massively. He's gone round the wrong way, and he's reset back onto the racetrack, and I'm sure he's going to end up getting a time penalty for that. And the AlphaTauri there of what looks like Tisimpi, he needs to move out the way of the leaders. And it looks like Ben McEwen's going to have a run on the Mercedes of Radicon. Side by side through turn 2. Can Ben McEwen get round the outside of the Mercedes for second? I think he's got it, you know. And Ben McEwen gets up into second place. So the Williams driver back up into second as Marcus 22 gets another 3 seconds added to his time penalty.
After Prost decided to join the... Is that a slowing Brabham? It's Hakkinen!
Yeah,
Hakkinen's got a gearbox failure!
Oh.
Gearbox failure! And the Tyrrell's breaking down as well! Both of them with gearbox failure! Hakkinen and Lacey are crawling to a stop with broken gearboxes!
I cannot believe it. We don't often see this. And, oh, my goodness me. I mean, Hakkinen, what on earth has just happened?
First and second in the race. First and second in the race.
Heinz Frentzen is on course for his second Grand Prix win in only his third starting Formula 1. And Ayrton Senna moved up into second. And guess what? Stefano Modena, who was a Brabham driver earlier in the season, is in the final podium spot in third. And Gianni Morbidelli in fourth.
Can you hear the stadium now, Tom? They're absolutely erupting that a German driver is leading the German Grand Prix with 9 laps to go.
Calchuri looking to get back ahead of the Haas of Michael. But he spins. Calchuri spins, trying to overtake him. Through the polystyrene boards he goes. Now he's got to be careful not to reset back onto the track, otherwise he will be in trouble. The car was ghosted to allow those who were on track to go through, but he's rejoined back down in 9th place. Coming into turn 14. Oh, Big Boss Bell spins! Into the barrier he goes! Oh, that's terrible luck for Big Boss Bell, didn't need that! And he's out! And we've got another virtual safety car, so whilst Calchuri had been in the wars, Big Boss Bells has spun it! Pushing too hard onto the curbs, and his race is over. What an incredible development! There's a battle for second between Jasper Pukki and RSD. Lastly Boy gets by the Bear, but he's got that 3-second time penalty, so he probably won't keep that 5th place. But we've got RSD who may get the move done here on Jasper Pukki for second. Goes round the outside into Stowe. Can RSD get into second place? He goes over the curbs, but Jasper Pukki just keeps his nose ahead of the Carlin. But here's Davey. Is going to complete a clean sweep here at Silverstone. Feature race victory earlier on, and now the sprint race victory. Davey wins for the 2nd time at Silverstone. It's the sprint race victory for the MP driver, and getting the fastest lap of the race. Jasper Pukki comes home in 2nd. RSD in 3rd, ahead of Ramnatic in the UNI Virtuosi in 4th place. The Bear comes home in 5th, and Larcy Boy picks up 6th place in the Dams.
A couple of tours later, Cochrane's onboard shows a spinning Speedy, narrowly missing both Cochrane and Shake in front. A fine test for quick reactions. Shake's loss of momentum following his evasive manoeuvre had allowed the DAC to close in. As they came up to the start-finish straight with DRS, there was only going to be one winner.
Ryder Dell pouncing on Freaky Baby ahead of him. Mr. BT getting another 3 seconds of time penalty. Takes his number to 6. Ryder Dell going to the outside line. That could well be the better line, you know, because he may be able to get better traction coming out of the Remus curve. Oh, he got a little bit biased to the side by Freaky Baby. That was a little bit sneaky there from the Alfa Romeo driver. Ryder Dell trying to stay on the slipstream. Now Freaky Baby's moving across. More than once, actually. I wonder if the stewards may have a look at that, but Ryder Dell carries on regardless, goes to the inside. Nice dive into turn 4 there, and Ryder Dell gets up into what looks like 5th position, but Freaky Baby is coming back. The two go side by side. Riding on board with Ryder Dell. Has he got the job done? Keeps his foot in it. He's got the inside line into turn 7. There he goes, and up into 5th position. Well done there, Ryder Dell. Kept his foot in it, never gave in, and he's put his Haas up into 5th place. The next man up is Isaac Racer, who's carrying an 11-second time penalty. On his way to a home Grand Prix victory. So Switchback 37 will want to at least finish ahead of him on the road. Down the inside into Stowe Corner. The two make contact. They make contact again, and Ben McEwen makes contact with the Alfa Romeo driver. He spins. Now that's something that the stewards are going to need to deal with. Ben McEwen goes for a spin. He drops behind Switchback 37. And Denmark 166 is going to be behind him, but Ben McEwen has rejoined in 2nd place. But that was a needless and careless manoeuvre there from Switchback 37, who will surely be under investigation by the stewards. Lights out, and away we go. Mantrav gets off the line brilliantly, as does Mystic Joker, and what a brilliant start from Eugene, who made an even better getaway. He's made his way up from 5th to 2nd into turn 1. And the Renault of what looks like Knight, who's almost moved, got a spinner. Jai Hu has spun in the background. Not sure who it is. I think maybe Dean Phelan, actually. But either way, both drivers are on the back foot. Madtrev stays in the lead. Then it's Eugene in 2nd place at Knight, down the inside of Mystic Joker into 3rd position. Then we've got Ruin in 5th ahead of Jin to win it. Grimjaw, Jai Hu, the Warrior, and Robbo running out the top 10, although he's got Paul Wheelspin coming out of turn 3, and he's now behind Jay Hamster, who's made a good ground, and we've got a virtual safety car already. Now, the incident, I believe Luna Ascari has got involved in the incident with Dean Phelan on the exit of turn 1. Both of them will need to come into the pits to get front wing replacements, as does Botta. I think Botta may have initiated it, actually.
Of course, and you know, Midnish is doing a fine job actually in the Colony, despite that spin he had earlier on. I don't know if he needs to come in again. He probably doesn't do. Can I just go back to the point about the pit lane thing? With,
Yeah, of course you can.
That looked really abrupt, where Grosjean and others have been coming into the pit there, because it was quite a drastic drop in speed, where if there was a car already alongside to their right, it could have caused an almighty shunt.
I think we can count our blessings on that one, that it didn't happen. Grosjean, as it is, he came into the pits and he's now out in P15. He's back behind his teammate Daniel Kvyat.
I want to go back to the lead here because Forza Ferrari is now within DRS. Nexus Cats needs to go defensive. Forza Ferrari down the inside. And he's through into the lead on the last lap, would you believe it? Into Les Combes. Forza Ferrari on his first set of softs has got himself in front of Nexus Cats on the last lap. And surely he cannot lose that victory now. He just needs to keep the car on the racetrack and not get a time penalty. But he's managed to get in front to the inside as they cross over the line to start lap 22. Harry going to the inside of the racing point of Big Boss House. The two make contact. And Harry nearly going in front there. The two go side by side down into turn 2. Harry got the job done there. Big Boss House goes defensive, but Harry's done it. Harry's up into second place for Red Bull. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Not sure who it is. It looks like we've got a Ferrari in the walls. It looks like Jay Hartnell's had a moment. He's probably gone off in the runoff area. But Big Smalls is about to lose a position to Safdar now. Safdar is getting his Renault into the arts here. But Big Smalls keeps hold of third place. And now the other Red Bull of Octavian Racer gets involved. He wants to go up into fourth position, which he does into turn 5. Gets his elbows out. Oh, and Safdar gets his Rebel up into the top 4. Safdar is not giving up, but he has to on this occasion because Octavian Racer is more than a car's length in front as they enter turn 7. Sure, he's got the corner there through turn 7, but he's got the job done on the Renault. Liverpool fan going defensive on Ellis. This is a battle for 6th position as they cross the line. Liverpool fans should have the higher ground, but Ellis is going for it. Down into turn 1. Has he got the job done? Goes in too deep, probably. Liverpool fan doing the switch back as they come into turn 2 now. Liverpool fan goes to the inside, crosses. Liverpool fan is out. Liverpool fan pushing far too hard into turn 2, and he has paid a huge price. His race is over. No points for the Scouser. By the looks of things, he may not be a Scouser, but he's most certainly a Liverpool fan, and he's binned it out in Baku. We should see a battle or a change for third place in a moment as Dixon uses the DRS now. Can he pull off a more clean manoeuvre than he did so last time with Santi earlier on in the race? Not on this occasion. Stays behind. Oh, and someone's in the barrier. It's the other Mercedes of Hayden, and he's out of the race. Now, did he have a similar incident to what his teammate had early in the race and clipped the barrier on the right-hand kink of turn 10? He must have done as he tried to get past what I think was Jay Hartnell. But he's gone into the barrier and he's out of the race. That brings out another virtual safety car.
Because Tom Christensen is off. So it's a double retirement for the Minardi team. What's happened here to the Dane? Going to get a replay of it here. We're riding on boards and here is now the other. Oh, that is a huge shunt. Huge shunt there for Tom Christensen. That must have been the stock throttle or a brake issue maybe. So there's no stopping that Minardi. Straight on into the barrier, and that was almost sickening to watch, Tom.
That was even worse than his teammates shunt earlier on. Let's have a look to see on his dash and see if there was anything on there. Oh yeah.
Or just catching that little bit of barrier sticking out there. That is a big hit for Tom Christensen. He is very clearly out of this race. It's 2 retirements in 1 race for the Minardi team.
It's lights out and away we go. Out and Leslie gets off the line reasonably well, but Total Peace is alongside him in the Williams. And then we've got the Renault of Mystic Joker behind. They go side by side into turn 1. Total Peace takes the lead from Leslie down into turn 1. And Mystic Joker slots you behind in 3rd place for Renault. Had a Turing bar. Smalley is 5th. And it's the Ferraris of Orange and Gamma and Roman's Republic. We've got a spinner at the back. It's Pibis, who has spun round in the Williams. Not sure if he's continued. He probably still is continuing, but he's probably picked up damage. And we've got a virtual safety car. So whilst one Williams is in the walls, the other is leading. Total Please getting the jump on Leslie at the start. And what a brilliant getaway there from Total Please. And Leslie going to the inside through the hairpin. Has he got the move done there? I think he has. Or could Total Piece go? Oh, they made contact! Total Piece in the barrier! And that's going to surely bring out a safety car. That's a really costly error there for Total Piece. I wonder if the stewards will have a look at that. That's a nasty shunt. Luckily, no one else was involved. But Total Piece will be absolutely furious with that move from Lezard. And it's brought out the third virtual safety car of the race. Total Piece, who took the lead at the start of the race from Lezard at the beginning, is out of the Japanese Grand Prix. Next up for Red Bull, I said he would be going on another lap. It's a 1 minute 9.3 so far. It's a 1 minute 9 dead. Puts him 9th. So he goes ahead of Infinite Glory with that lap. Mystic Joker next up for Renault. It's a 1 minute 8.2. Better time before goes up to third. Lezard, over the line he comes. Goes fastest on a 1 minute 7.8. I think he may have had his time invalidated actually for exceeding track limits. So Smalley's got a good opportunity to take pole position away from him. Schurenbar is not on a good lap at the moment. So fourth or lower is where he'll end up. So only Smalley can deprive Lezard of pole position here in Canada. Round in the last two corners now. Keeps the car within the limits. Opens the DRS. Down the start finish straight he goes. Over the line. And he goes to pole position by nearly a tenth. Smalley on pole position for Red Bull in Canada. He takes that point away from Lezard. Brilliant lap style there from Smalley in the dying seconds of Q3. He goes to pole position. Lezard down to second for AlphaTauri. He'll be gutted with that because he had the last lap time he had set invalidated for exceeding track limits. But Smalley has done it. He's taken pole position away from Lezard. So the gap will be down to 14 points. Rydell will be losing, I think, 3 points to Bratti. So he'll still be second place in the Drivers' Championship. But these three will most certainly be closing in each other in the race for the title. Rydell looking to go to the inside as they go into Vale. Oh, they touch, go into Vale. I think they just about got away with it. Manajuvikin gets the new fastest lap. Oh, they touch! Rydell and Quinny touch, and Bratti's through into the lead on the last lap as they begin it now. Oh, and Quinny wasn't able to leave enough space on the inside of Rydell. And the two come together. I'm sure the stewards will look at that because Quinny tried to cover his line. Rydell tried an ambitious manoeuvre, but it didn't quite pay off. And Bratti's through into the lead with a lap remaining.
He's also been doing a bit of reliability here and there along the way. In the last upgrade window, Tom, he put all bits into power, but at the moment, it looks like his reliability is holding out as we are on lap 51 out of 54, and it looks like it's going to be win number 4 of the season for Scott Woodless.
And a very welcome one as well, and they do look in fantastic shape for the rest of the campaign. And given the form they've been in, I think you have to say they are the favourites to win the team's championship and the drivers, because if they do win this race and get the 8th place finish and the fast stop and pole position points, that will put them on to 31 points for the race itself, which put them on to 117. Super Aguri would be, where are they? So they're costing 6, so that's 8 points for me to get 15, so that's 23 points for them, 17 points. So those two would be tied, but with more wins, Simtek would be ahead. And for Arrows, with Kobayashi second, adding the 91 points to the 18, 117 points. So as it stands, we'll have the top 3 teams all on the same number of points.
Oh no we won't, Tom, no we won't, because Kamui Kobayashi has had a suspension failure. It's an absolute disaster.
It's lights out, and away we go. Smalley gets off the line relatively fine, but it's Lezard who got the better start, and Schurenbar making his way up into second place under the Red Bull. So in fact, it's a bad getaway there from Smalley, but he'll make good use of the toe coming into turn 2, the first breaking point of the circuit now. Lezard takes the lead, then it's Schurenbar in second place. Smalley has to tuck into third. Becco cuts in the corner down at turn 2. He gets a 5-second time penalty for that, but Smalley stays in third place. We've got Mystic Joker ahead of Dixon. Phelan fighting it out with Vamut, Safdar under pressure from Big Balls Bowles, and it's Rome's Republic in 10th place behind them. And Rome's Republic getting ahead of the Racing Point and the Alfa Romeo to move up into 8th place. So Rome's Republic making places, Vamut also making up a few positions. We've got a virtual safety car already because someone has had a moment. It looks like Liverpool fan has dropped down a few places. He's pointing the wrong way on the exit of turn 5. And I think Luna Scari's ripped off her front wing. That could be the reason why we're on the virtual safety cars, because of leftover debris from that first lap incident.
So we saw Del Castillo coming into the pits there, so that allows Ella to go through. Now, is there going to be a driver change, or is it just going to be a simple switch of tyres and some fuel being put into that LMP2 car? We'll find out in a moment. As you can see, Nygaard, or Andre actually, fighting over 4th position in the GTE class. Andre in the white 911, Nygaard in the yellow stroke green liveried 95.
He was going to do it, he would have had to.
Oh, it is pitting. It's coming in this lap. So cross Nate, that was a very late call there by the stewards, by race control. That's probably the latest I've ever seen a safety car coming in. But Cross Nation has floored it, and what a restart he's had. And Davies under pressure from the Williams of Learcat, who's going to be alongside him into turn 1, who will break the latest of the two.
The first lap, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, and Davies gone off. Davies run wide at turn 1, and it's going to allow Kowalski in the Renault to go up into 3rd position. So Davies lost out on the restart.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but I think Buemi hasn't actually won a race yet, has he?
No, I want to watch this move here, Toby, because Buemi's about to get the job done here.
Here we go, Buemi down the inside of Costa, and there is the move for the lead, down into the Variante Alta. So, Sebastian Buemi into the lead, Da Costa down into 2nd. This is still crucial for Da Costa in terms of the championship. It's still 18 points in a race where Kevin Magnussen, his closest rival, is not going to score any points. But Buemi, what an important move that's going to be for himself and for BAR. It's going to be their first victory of the season, and I believe Sebastian Buemi's first Grand Prix World Series victory if he gets to the end of the race.
What a brilliant finish to the season we're having here in Brazil. Tesla all over the back of Learcat and Ismail. The top 4 separated by less than 2 seconds. Incredible battle. I mean, there's a couple of them have got time penalties, but still, we're seeing some brilliant on-track action as Learcat goes to the outside again on Ismail into the centre S. Who's going to break the later of the two? It looks like Ismail has the edge. And Learcat has to stop back in behind, but he's got to be careful because he's got the Mercedes of Tesla going to the outside. Tesla's going to have the DRS as well as Learcat as they come into the back straight, which takes us to Descida de Largo. And I think Learcat is going to go to the outside. Is he through into the lead here? The bag wheels. And Learcat is through into the lead now. So Learcat is in front. And also Tesla goes to the inside of the Ferrari, but has to tuck back in again. And Ismail trying to fight back on Learcat as they go into what looks like turn 7, but can't quite make the move stick. But what a move by Learcat as they got into turn 4. Brilliant move though from the Williams. Did Tesla. So he's done very well to fight his way up the front. You can just see Geno trying to make a move on Ismail actually. And this is actually helping Tesla as well as he gets into the slipstream. He's not under threat now from Ismail, is the Mercedes driver, but he's going to use the DRS to try and get in front of Learcat. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the outside like he did so before. I think he's going to pull off a similar move to what he did so a lap before on Ismail. Goes to the outside and he takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from Tesla. Brilliant stuff there from the Mercedes driver. He gets in front of the Williams, although Learcat is going to have DRS on the back straight before Descida de Largo. But he has to hold position. Geno actually got past Ismail for what is now 3rd. Bratti also following suit.